Heading up to Bob Wilson. He is in West Hartford. And Bob, you've been with us all morning, off and on, checking out this incredible snow depths up there. How are things looking now that the sun is starting to come out?
Good morning, Jeff. I just will first give you a little bit of landscape. This is what you're seeing across the state, pretty much wherever you are. The road's impassable here. We're on a side road. You can see people walking out there. My neighbor tried to get his four-wheel drive out and only got it to the bottom of the driveway. They had to dig it out and then they got it back in. It's hard because you're getting closer. You're seeing signs of improvement. We've been out just around the corner here. The main artery of Boulevard through West Hartford is plowed. It's passable. It's actually pretty good driving, but you can't get to it just yet. So slowly things are starting to get open here in West Hartford. Meanwhile, the snow totals are, I don't know, I'm not going to give you an official one because this isn't very official. Who knows if it's a drift or not, but this is pretty much typical of what you're seeing, that much snow that they have to move. And to put it in perspective here, we're going to come over here next to the car and show you exactly how high that is. If you look, this is pretty much typical of what you're seeing here, and that comes up to about this high on the car. I mean, you're basically swimming, floating in the snow. It's so high. So unless it's plowed or you have a really high clearance vehicle, you're not going to be able to get in. And so they've had to make some special precautions here in West Hartford for the ambulances because they don't have as much clearance. And so they paired up an ambulance with a plow truck at the police department, and then they send that out when they have calls. And they had 3 emergencies this morning just for carbon monoxide poisoning alone. And I want to show you something. If you look up here, you can see the chimney with the icicles on it. And you got to be careful because you got to come out and check your chimney with this much snow this fast. You can see a lot of drifting up on the roofs. Actually, there's another roof over across the street we'll show you here. It is you can see the drifts coming up on top of the roof there. If there's a chimney near there, that can block it, cause carbon monoxide poisoning. And that's one of the problems they have is that if you don't keep your chimney or your vents clear for your fireplaces. And that's one of the things they had problems with is direct vent furnaces were blowing over and the carbon monoxide was coming into the house. Also, another safety tip here, as News 8 always likes to have your back, is the snowblower. If you're going to be out with your snowblower, who sticks their hand in a snowblower? I can't think of anybody who says, oh, that's running, it's on, let's stick my hand in it. But the trick is, even after it's off, it is still very dangerous, especially if you have it into the snow and you stalled it out. It's under a tremendous amount of pressure. We've talked to doctors in the emergency rooms, and even with it stopped like this, because it's under pressure, if you stick your hand in there, and you can sometimes trigger it, try to pull the snow out, it'll make one last revolution, and there's enough power in that to take the fingers off. That's usually how it happens. The snowblower, somebody reaches in to clear it when it's off, and that's how you lose the fingers, and doctors say they're very difficult to put back on. So another tip, also keep an eye on your kids. A lot of deep snow out there. If they're digging into the big snow banks, just kind of keep an eye on them because that can collapse on top of them. Other than that, have some fun, walk around, get out, enjoy yourself. Just, I would tell you to stay off the roads, but I don't need to because you can't get to them. At least we couldn't. We tried to get out here. West Hartford, pretty good right now. They have brought in all their 4-wheel drive police cruisers. Those have been out and about. They did have a fire early this morning, about 3, 4 in the morning. They got the trucks out there. They had them fully chained. They brought them out, and they were able to get that fire out. Nobody hurt in that. So the city is somewhat functioning now as best as they can. They're getting it done, and they're just waiting for time. It's just going to be time before they can get those roads all opened up again. Jeff, that's what's going on here in West Hartford. We'll send it back to you.